Well, this show definitely looks like it's going to be a quickie. So this is hydraulic pneumatic symbols and drawings. What I like is they're showing you just to go to figure 9 of the in the book. So yeah. So fluid power. Keep in mind, fluid is either a liquid or a gas. Both liquids and gases are considered fluids. So all of this really real works for both. So hydraulic and pneumatic symbols and drawings. You'll bounce between these. A lot of similarities between the symbology. You just got to make sure you're using the right symbol for the process. So for hydraulic, typically we are looking at hydraulic oil, but every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, we do use water for our hydraulic systems. So just be aware of that. And pneumatic, fortunately enough, typically is just air. So there are still a lot of systems out there that use air for a lot of their actuations. Not as much now in air conditioning and refrigeration, but they still have some holdouts. But you will find pneumatics used extensively in industry, in particular in hazardous areas or hazardous processes where well, let's just say the presence of a spark could be a bad day. So the refinery I worked at, we used pneumatics. Can't say still use. We used pneumatics for controlling of valves because we could have the all the electrical stuff in an explosive in an explosive proof box, and then have the airlines run out of that box to the valve, and the valve would do its magic and allow the process to be controlled. All the same time, everything is safe, and the presence of oxygen was not detrimental to the process. So this is a really brief drawing of a hydraulic system. Uh, we've got over here the heart of our system, which is our hydraulic pump. And what it's really not showing is that, well, it kind of is. So here is their version of the piping from the reservoir. And they're not showing the reservoir anyway. So from the reservoir, this is the section line going into the pump. The pump goes over. Here's a pressure relief valve. We've got a pressure reducing valve, and this is our control valve. And our control valve goes through uh, restrictors and one-way valves, check valves, and then we've got a double acting hydraulic cylinder. So this could be a pick a process. It could be part of a scissor lift. It could be part of a ram system for doing uh, well, die manufacturing. So you're pushing out metals, that kind of thing. That's the main point is that the same basic types of systems are going to be used in different places for various things, and the symbology is going to be the same. That's the good news. So if you got the basics and you understand what's going on, away we go. Now, good news is all this is going to be covered in greater detail in Unit 12, Hydraulics. So, yes, I know we kind of flew through this, but keep in mind, and please know that Unit 12, we were going to dive, well, blindly into this, and it'll be a lot of fun. Now, we don't have any equipment right now because we're online. However, I did find a nice hydraulic simulator that we will be using. So, or I'll be showcasing, and then you guys can use at your leisure later on. All right. So let's get ready to move on to the next part, and we'll keep the day going. And my cursor is just having a fun time.